Sound. Check, check. Can you hear me now? Is there sound coming through? Let's see if anyone's watching. Let us know if you can hear us. We're having a little technical difficulties right now. But we're going to figure it out.
We got you.
There we go.
You got sound.
We're live. Well, welcome everyone who is tuned in. Appreciate you already jumping on for the first live soccer game for St. John's that is streamed by the Legacy 2 Productions. Be part of this, and we're glad that you guys are here. If you are watching in the chat, please put something. Let us know where you're watching from. We're excited to have you with us. So tonight, we have the Winslow Bulldogs with us. The first team, the first game will be the girls' game. They're going to kick off here in a few minutes. We're just calling some downs in one moment. And then the boys will kick off at 5:45. And that game will also be streamed live. We will end the stream and then come right back. So for the Bulldogs, the starting lineup is captains Mia Harnett, Cambria Larson, Aaliyah Nichols. And the rest of the starting lineup is Juanita Aragon, Jocelyn Farland, Alexi Josie, Brooklyn Martinez, Savannah Bolin, Tatum Liana Jones, Julicia Lopez, and Elisa Chitin. And the starting lineup for the St. John's Lady Redskins. Number 3, Ivana Richardson. Keeper. Ivana's a junior. And we have sophomore Abby Udall. Junior Morgan Lee. Shelby Arroyo. Sophomore Lucy Sundall. Senior Caitlin Hinton. Oh, she is just getting here. I think she forgot something in her car. She's just better getting here. Let's call her name. There you go. Go, Caitlin. Good job. And then senior Madison Jarvis. Senior Eva Andrus. Senior Sarah Patterson. And senior Caitlin Nielsen. Also junior Sib Booth. St. John's, the Lady Redskins, what they do is they have 3 captains, Caitlin Nielsen, Eva Andrus, and I'm missing one, Caitlin, Eva, and Madison Jarvis. Those are the main captains. There we go, national anthem. We're going to get ready to start in a few minutes. They're sitting right behind the benches. So there's hopefully some background noise from the benches and coaches. The Lady Redskins, they are coached by Shayla Udall, head coach. Rachel Winters, assistant coach. Kansas Nielsen, assistant coach. And Jay Brown, assistant coach. I don't think Coach Udall is able to make it to this game. She has some other stuff going on, and so Jay Brown is going to take the reins for this game. The Winslow Bulldogs, head coach Jose Barrios, and assistant coach Bailey Hardy and Natalie Barrios. And then they have manager Shaylin Chitton and Olivia Hughes. Here we go. Kickoff. Looks like the Lady Redskins are running up the field. Looks like Morgan Lee is going. Morgan last year played a defender, center back, and she played real well. Morgan's a great soccer player, but looks like she's getting some more offensive time this year. Throwing for the Redskins, Caitlin Nielsen on the ball, captain. This is the first year Winslow's had a soccer program, boys and girls, and they only have one sub for the girls. So if you look over and the camera pans around, it looks like there's an opportunity, but the Winslow keeper gets it. When the camera pans around, if you look at the St. John's bench, they have 31 girls on their roster. It looks like right now Winslow has 12. So obviously we're supportive of and excited that there's another program within our conference and in our region with another soccer program, and it takes a long time to build any program. Looks like Winslow gets a little bit of attack and some offensive possession at midfield. Captain Cambria put some pressure on the back line. The Lady Redskins does well to defend and keep that ball forward. This game was rescheduled, so this is the last home game for the Lady Redskins. I think for that reason they had every senior a captain. Outside the three main captains, they had all other seniors an honorary captain. And it looks like they're all starting today, which is good as their last home game of the season. Sarah Patterson works the ball up to Morgan Lee. There's a nice touch. Shelby Arroyo puts some pressure on. Winslow gets the ball outside the 18. Takes a shot, not the best angle, and it goes up for a goal kick. So a few things, if you have questions, I'd love for you to put it in the chat. Love to answer any questions. I know some who are watching may or may not be super familiar with just the soccer rules and kind of the culture in general. So I'll add some here and there. We may have someone else jump on the mic as we go. But one thing unique about soccer than other sports is it's a running clock. So even if the ball goes out of bounds, the clock doesn't stop. There are a few times that the ref can stop the clock after a goal if there's an injury that takes a little extra time, then they can stop the clock. But in most cases, the clock runs. And so what they do to make up for that time is they call what's called stoppage time. So the center ref can decide to add a few extra minutes depending on how much time is wasted to the end of the game, at half end of the end of the game. So here we go, Winslow with a goal kick. I think that was Caitlin Nielsen with that shot earlier that went wide. You know, we had Morgan Lee as a center back last year and did real well, And another change from last year, Lucy Sundahl played up on top. I think she played forward. But this year, as of right now, she's playing left back. I think it's been a good position for her. She's done well at defending, but she also likes to push up and get in the offensive attack. Ivy Udall with the ball, a little bit heavy touch, but Shelby Arroyo gets the ball. She's outside the 18. She's probably going to, she gets inside the 18. She's going to shoot and scores. Well done, Shelby. Yeah, we should say goal. One zero. We usually have another camera that shows the scoreboard, so every once in a while I'll make sure you guys are aware of the score and the time. Looks like that goal was scored at the 36th minute, so it's 1-0 St. John's. Winslow with the kickoff, but they lose the ball. Put some pressure up. Caitlin sends it up to Morgan Lee, but a little bit of heavy pass there. There goes Sib. Booth gets the ball. Tries to pass it up to Lucy Sundahl, but it goes out of bounds for a Winslow throw-in. We're facing into the sun, so hopefully you guys can see well. I have to cover my eyes. It's bright. It was Sib again up to Lucy. Lucy turns with the ball, does a nice cut to get around Winslow, works up the sideline, passes it in the middle to Maddie Jarvis, but just a little heavy. Goes to the back to Eva Andros. She turns with the ball. Does well to spin around the Winslow attacker up to Maddie Jarvis. There goes Maddie Gardner. Madeline and Madison up to Sarah Patterson along the right side. Lets that ball roll a little too much. And Winslow sends the ball back up. Puts the ball into the middle to Tatum, over to Mia Hartland, captain. She works up the sideline against, looks like that's Siboney. Lucy does well to back her up and clear the ball out for a throw-in deep into the Winslow attacking third. There we go, we got a little scoreboard on.
Which one are you on?
Oh, now I'm muted.
You shouldn't be.
At least I thought. I can't hear myself now.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, mine too? What one do I have? Check, check.
They say they can barely hear you, so I have to turn it
Oh, really? Should I get it closer? Should I get this mic a lot closer? It was just a lot. I could really hear myself.
Yeah, this one's, you should be unmuted now.
I'm muted? Can you hear me? Winslow keeper does well to hold on to that ball. Gets inside the 18.
Yes, much better.
Hey, you can hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh,
I hear you now.
perfect. So all right. I guess you guys can hear me now. I was talking the whole game, but now I guess you couldn't hear me. So Caitlin Hinton gets the ball inside the 18. Looks for a shot. It's up and over the bar. There we go.
That's better. You can hear yourself now.
I can hear myself. Very good.
It's been a minute since I've been on this thing, so.
Here we go. We should introduce ourselves. I've been talking for a while, but I am TJ Hendrickson.
I'm Paul Hancock,
There
and
we
I know
go.
nothing about this game of soccer.
Paul is just excited to be here. I coach the boys team, so I know a little more than Paul, I think. At least I should, right? If I'm coaching.
You should. I know everything I've learned about this from Ted Lasso.
Hey, oh, you need to know. Oh, there we go. Who was that? Lucy Sundahl with, I don't know if that was a shot or a cross, but it goes in for a goal.
Oh, we have a goal. I have a scoreboard on the bottom. Our second camera's not working for some reason. So I've got one on the bottom down here.
There we go. You got the scoreboard. It's 2-0 now for the St. John's Redskins. Goal was scored in the 32nd minute.
So So we do have that. It might be hard to see because you can't see up here because it's so bright.
Looks like Abby Udall is commenting while she plays. I think it's probably her mom who's traveling home, watching the game as they travel.
It's impressive when the kids can text out there and play a game.
Abby does well to send the ball back up on top 18 for Maddie Jarvis, but she just mishits it. There you go. Abby sends it in. I think that was more of a cross, but it goes out of bounds for a goal kick for Winslow.
Just a bit outside. So we have a legacy team.
Oh, goal kick right up the middle. And Maddie Jarvis gets on the end of it, takes a shot, but it's just way too high. I think it took a bounce right before she hit it.
So we're doing this through Legacy Team Productions. We'd like to do more soccer. We just don't understand it, and it's kind of hard because we're limited on people. So we appreciate Chip Isley for running the camera for us, and TJ obviously being the brains of the operation and knowing what he's talking about. We appreciate that.
We're going to start recruiting. So if you're out there, if you live in St. John's and want to comment and help as we look to stream a few more, this season's wrapping up, so we'll definitely look towards next year. St. John's gets up for a corner kick. I think that's Abby Udall. That's on the corner. Eva Andrus. They send everyone up but Sib. And the ball goes in. I didn't even see if someone hit it, if it just it bounced off a defender. But at the end of the day, it's in the back of the goal, in the back of the net, and it's 3-0. Just like that, 3-0 in the 30th minute.
3-0. Let me have to add that on here.
Another thing that you'll hear maybe a lot is 3-0. You ever hear that with Ted Lasso?
Yep.
3-0. Like, what is nil?
It's one of the greatest shows if you can get past the language.
3-0. Shelby does well to step in front of that ball as Winslow tries to pass it up, and she's running. She's inside the 18 now. Looks for a shot. It gets on goal, but the keeper is right there.
It's a good save. It's always good to have that, especially when the score starts to get a little out of control.
Yeah, we'll see how long the St. John's keeps their starting lineup in. With almost 20 people on their bench, I'm sure they'll be in a little bit probably doing a lot of subs.
Yeah, it's one of those tough ones, I think, as a coach, that you don't want to embarrass your opponent, but you also want to make sure that your seniors get an opportunity to play their last game.
Absolutely. And I know, Paul, you officiate football. Do you do any other sports?
Yeah, basketball, baseball, softball.
Oh, everything but soccer.
Yeah, and volleyball.
And volleyball, okay.
And volleyball, yeah.
So one thing, this is a change
Wrestling.
from last year. So there's a mercy rule in soccer. If it is 8-0 by the 60th minute or beyond, the game is called. So if you're up by 8 goals or more.
Okay, so it could be like 9-1.
Yep, it could be 9-1, it could be 10-18, it could be whatever at the 60th minute. But one thing that changed this year is within the power rankings, if you win by 5 goals or more, that's the max power rankings you can get. So it doesn't do anyone any good. It doesn't do either team really much good to just try to kill an opponent. 15-0 doesn't help anyone.
When I think, too, if you are students of the game, it's good to see the younger kids get in because that's how you develop depth.
Oh, absolutely.
And create a tradition on your team. But that's how you develop good teams. Good teams play the kids and make them better.
Yep. Regardless, if it's a varsity level game, it's fun for the younger kids or maybe just those kids who don't get as much playing time to get in.
Absolutely.
It's exciting for them and their families, right? And especially those who are watching. So if you're watching, looking for maybe a granddaughter to get in that might not get a lot of playing time, hopefully you can see her. So Winslow takes a throw in about midfield. It bounces over Eva Andrus' head.
Sib controls the ball. Looks like she was looking for a pass to Caitlin Nielsen, but it goes out of bounds.
It's nice that cloud is starting to get to the right spot for us.
Oh, man. And it's a big one. Hopefully we get some good shade.
I'm starting to dig it. I can actually see my phones now. I might be able to change the scoreboard here in a minute.
Maddie Dravers controls the ball in the center mid, and she looks outside and does get it out to Shelby along the right wing. Shelby then goes back inside to the middle and then cuts it back out.
You know, it's good to see Winslow. They're still playing hard. They're hustling. They're working. They're not making it easy.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the refs, and they refed the Winslow and Snowflake boys last week out in Snowflake, and the boys had 7 players.
Oh,
And
man.
there's 11 on the field, and they only had 7, no subs, and they came and played and did their best. Obviously, at the end of the day, Snowflake did win, but yeah, these young programs, it's just good to have them out there. And for me, as not only a coach of the game, but played it my entire life growing up, and a huge fan of it, I just love to see more kids play it, more programs happening. I think it's a great opportunity. So it's fun to see these new programs pop up.
Absolutely. Anything where the kids can get an opportunity to play is awesome. You know, the whole high school experience is to be able to get out there and enjoy and just have fun.
Yeah, I agree. So I went to a 6A school, or 5A. It's 6A now. I think when I went there, it was one of the biggest schools in Utah. And yeah, you didn't have that opportunity. That's why one thing I love about St. John's and these smaller schools out here is you can participate, right? And be part of something, be part of a team, and be there.
What I like too is you look out there and see this whole different group of kids. You know, they got some that are just great athletes. We have some that are really good athletes that sing extremely well. They're in the play. They play other sports. They're just involved in everything in smaller schools.
Yes. Yep. Looks like Winslow makes a sub, their only sub. That'd be hard.
That would be
I
really
think it'd be hard to play. I mean, in soccer where there's, the clock doesn't stop, there's no timeouts, and it's a big field. You run a lot. So for to only have one sub, I'm sure these Winslow girls are going to be in good shape soon. If they're not already, obviously the season's almost over, but good for them. I think that was Lucy Sundahl with a shot quite far out. Yeah.
St. John's getting ready to sub one in. So explain the sub thing, because they sit here like forever.
Yeah. So one thing is you can sub on any dead ball that's your possession. Right. So right now it's Winslow's goal kick. So if there was a Winslow player that wanted a sub, then both teams could sub. But it looks like it's goes outside now, so it's out for a St. John's throw-in. So they should stop the play and allow the sub to happen, that the St. John's has possession. But yeah, sometimes they could sit there for
Like, there you go.
5 minutes.
Ball's back in play.
Yeah.
No sub.
The ref. So one thing, looks like the ref didn't notice, but one thing that if she really wants to get in, she should be yelling sub, and get the ref's attention. But it looks like is that Harmony Weber's about to go in. As soon as
And another.
opportunity arises, that Morgan Lee getting ready to come back in. And Olivia Richardson has the ball inside the 18, but drops it back to Shelby, who takes a shot, but it's just a little too high, and sends it over the goal.
Now we have the subs.
So there you go. So it's
Winslow.
Winslow's goal kick, and they had a sub they wanted to, so both teams can sub now. Looks like Harmony went in for Shelby, and Morgan went in for Caitlin Hinton. And then Sarah Patterson is stepping up for another sub. Hey, that cloud is a big cloud.
That's a beautiful
and it
cloud.
feels great now. Now it's overcast.
Have you ever seen the movie Holes?
Yes. Oh, yes.
I was feeling like that earlier today. Setting up, it's all 100 degrees. I'm like, come on, it's October. Can we at least be in the 80s?
Mid-October, and we're still sweating. Looks like the Abby Udall takes a touch inside the 18, but Winslow does well to slow her down. It's Olivia Richardson. Fights to get possession back with Lucy Sundahl on the ball. Sends it up the sideline. Abby Udall gets on it before it goes out of bounds on the touchline. Morgan turns on top of the 18, takes a shot.
Oh,
It's deflected, hit the goalie, then still went in. So 4-0 St. John's. Morgan Lee with the goal in the 23rd minute. You know, the other night, St. John's played Holbrook, and they scored 3 goals in just a little over a minute and a half of the game.
was that the girls?
Yeah,
I think I was here for that.
yeah.
My wife Suzanne likes Miss Hancock to many of the kids. Loves to come and support all the sports and all the kids. So if she teaches you, she's probably going to be out here yelling for you.
You know, I've been substitute teaching in the middle school and elementary, and it is so fun to get to know these kids. So I can imagine if you're teaching full time, of how much, especially again in a small town, right, where you probably see almost all the kids. You want to come out and support them, ask them about their game. It's like Eva Andrews steps to the ball but misses it. Lucy Sundell gets behind it and works the ball up. Pass up to Morgan Lee. Comes back to receive the ball, takes a good touch to the end line. Olivia Richardson, I think, takes a shot outside the 18 and just goes wide.
So is the 18 way at the top of the box, or?
Yeah, so I just thought about that, right? 18. Some might not know what I mean by that. So the bigger box around the goal is called the goal box or the penalty box, but it's 18 yards. So a lot of us, you know, within, we'll just say 18, if you want to pass from there or it's outside the 18, is that penalty box, the main box. So if a foul is committed inside that box, it's a penalty kick.
Gotcha.
So you go penalty box, but it's 18 yards.
So 18 yards. So more than 18 feet.
Who's the math teacher? Here we go, corner kick. Looks like Maddie Jarvis is going to get on the end of it to send it in. And Maddie, here we go, sends the ball in. Goes straight to a Winslow player. Caitlin Nilsson comes to 18. Caitlin Nilsson tries to get out end of it and just sets it out for a goal kick. Looks like Maddie Gardner comes in for Maddie Jarvis. Winslow also makes a sub. Winslow takes a goal kick. Olivia Richardson sends it into the middle to Morgan Lee, who tries to send it through, but it's hit back by Winslow. I think that's Ivy Winters out there. Lucy Sundell gets on the end of the ball, and it's kicked out by... Oh, it didn't go out. So Winslow gets on the end of it and tries to send it up. Looks like it's just a little ping pong right now. It just keeps bouncing back and forth. One of the teams needs to try to gain possession and work the ball around. That does well. Ivy Winter does well to send it in the middle to Aya Udall, who takes a heavy touch and loses it. And then it's sent out for another goal kick. Here we go for another goal kick for Winslow. Goes straight to, I think it was Harmony Weber. The goalkeeper tries to send it, drop kicks it, but it doesn't go very far. And another corner kick. This must be about the 8th corner kick for St. John's. I think it's Aya Udall. About to send it in. There was a substitute I missed because Lucy Sundell's coming off. here comes the corner kick. It's a nice corner kick. Oh! Eva chests it down. If she used her head, it probably would have gone in. Bella Nelson set to sub in. The goalkeeper drop kicks it. Goes right to Aya, but she loses it. Heavy touch from Morgan Lee. Maddie Gardner does well to receive the ball and look for a pass, but then it's lost. Olivia Richardson does well to gain possession and then a throw in. Bella Nelson comes in for Caitlin Nielsen. Bella's a sophomore. And a few of the games that I've seen her play, both in varsity and JV, she's done well defensively in that right back. Harmony does well to win that ball and to send a cross in. Oh. And it looks like they just can't get a good shot off. And the ball comes back close to midfield, but then they turn the ball quickly, send the ball up to the left sideline. Eva turns. Looks like Eva Andrus now is playing forward. Harmony's inside the 18. Does well to gain possession of the ball. Look for it. Well done. Looking for a pass outside the 18 to Aya Udall. Takes a shot and just not probably the shot that she wanted. Got away from her a little bit and she couldn't really connect with it well. So it's another goal kick for Winslow. Look at Eva Andrus and she scores. It's a goal kick that goes right to Eva Andrus, who takes a few touches inside the 18, gets it to the goal box and sends it into the back of the net. So that is 5-0, goal scored by Eva in the 16th minute. Olivia Richardson looks like is playing center mid with Aya. And Maddie Gardner gets the ball. Looks like she's playing center back. Here goes Winslow trying to create something, a little bit of a fast breakaway. Got to put some pressure on that. Bella Nelson does well to get back and get the ball, and looks like that's out of view probably. I can't see it. I don't know if the camera can see it either.
No, I can't.
Yeah, it's out that little sprinkler shed is blocking our view there in that defensive corner for us. Looks like it's probably going to be a St. John's throw-in. Bella throws it in to Ayudal. Sends it back. They send it back to Ivana Richardson. Ivana Richardson, this is her, I think it's her third year starting as a keeper, or at least getting significant minutes. She was their main keeper last year as a sophomore and did real well. Ivana is a great keeper. Sends it up to Eva Andrus, who scores her second of the first half. That is 6-0 in the 14th minute. If this was hockey, Ivana Richardson would get an assist on that. She sent it up to, I think it was Lucy Sundahl. No, Lucy's out. Was that Ivy? Ivy Winters possibly, who sent it up to Eva Andrus, who scored a goal. And Madison Jarvis and Caitlin Hinton come in for Eva Andrus and Harmony Weber. Well done, Eva. 2 goals. She usually plays center back, but they sent her up to forward for a bit, and she puts 2 goals in the back of the net. Olivia Richardson works the ball up between Maddie Gardner, who gets it up to Morgan. Sends it to Caitlin Hinton, who just loses the ball. A little heavy touch, but it's regained by Olivia, who turns. Aya turns. Looks for a pass to Caitlin Hinton, but just missed it. Olivia takes a shot, takes a deflection off a Winslow defender, and the keeper gets it before it goes out of bounds. The ball goes out of bounds from the keeper's drop kick for a throw-in for St. John's. On that left side, Lucy Sundell sends it in. And there's looks like her back foot came up. Well, that's Shelby. Excuse me, not Lucy. Lucy's out. Looks like she's set to come back in with Caitlin Nilsson. That back foot came up. So on throw-ins, if you don't know, those who are watching, both feet have to stay on the ground until the ball is completely released from your hands. Aya Udall has the ball on top of the 18. I think she went for a shot. She went for goal, but it just goes wide. Bella Nelson comes back out for Caitlin Nilsson, and Lucy Sundell looks like is going to play in the middle a little bit with Olivia Richardson. It's a goal kick for Winslow. They get it back up to almost midfield. Maddie Gardner looks to send it back in, but it takes a deflection. Havana Richardson gets on the end of that, who tries to send it up, but it's just lost, and then she does well to defend. The ball goes up the right side to Maddie Jarvis, who works at the side and looks, oh, she looked for a cross, but it was well defended. Goes out of bounds for a St. John's throw-in. Looks like Eva Richardson's coming back in for, Eva Andrus is coming in for Olivia Richardson. Maybe Eva will get a hat trick in the first. Maddie Jarvis goes down to the end line, sends it in, it hits off the post, out for a goal kick. It's a goal kick for Winslow. We're in the 11th minute. Goal kick goes out of bounds for a St. John's throw-in. Caitlin Nelson as well to get it to the middle to Lucy Sundell, who works it back to Eva Andrus. Eva good pass to Lucy Sundell, who takes a good hit outside the 18, hits a defender. Bring the ball down, work it outside. Well done to Maddie Jarvis, gets the ball, works it back to Caitlin Nielsen, who looks like she tried to send it in, but just missed. Hit off the side of her foot. Well done, Caitlin, to earn a St. John's throw-in. Caitlin does well to throw it into Lucy Sundell in the middle. Nice touch to Morgan Lee. Still in the middle of the field. Back pass to Lucy. Back to Shelby, who takes a shot. Decent looking shot, but it's just off frame. Another goal kick for Winslow. Right to, is that a, wish I had a little better eyesight here. Some of those girls on the far side I can't see very well. Looks like it's a Winslow throw, St. John's throw, excuse me, on the left side. Deflected off. Morgan Lee for a throw-in for Winslow. Looks like the ref is calling a dangerous play, so I think it was Shelby that while she was on the ground, she swung for the ball. So the rule is, and you'll hear sometimes parents or even players and coaches saying, "Oh, play it on the ground, play it on the ground." That's not a foul. It's a dangerous play. So whether you're playing on the ground, like you're putting yourself in a dangerous play, or even sometimes you'll hear some people saying, "Oh, high kick, high kick." High kick itself is not a foul. It's if it's in a dangerous manner. If you're around an opponent and you run the risk of kicking them, in the chest or in the face, where it can cause some damage either to them or to yourself. So that was the foul, dangerous play. Shelby does well to send the ball up to the left sideline. I think that's Olivia Richardson's out there. Sends it to the middle to Morgan Lee. Pass to Lucy. Nice pass to Caitlin Hinton, who just a little bit outside her touch. That first touch was a little heavy, but she does earn a corner kick. I wish I had stats here. Where's I think Caitlin Nielsen is taking stats. This has to be about the 8th to 10th corner kick for St. John's. And there's a sub. It looks like Sib Booth comes in for Sarah Patterson. Maddie Jarvison gets on the end of that corner kick. So it goes all the way through. Still in, it's offsides. So it looks like Winslow did well to push up enough to cause an offsides. So those who may not understand the offside rule, I'm gonna do my best to explain it. It's so much easier if we had visuals, so I'm gonna do my best. So offsides is essentially a way to prevent cherry picking. So when the ball is kicked, if you are in front of the second to last defender, or really the last defender, right? If you don't include the keeper, then it's offside when the ball is kicked. There we go. That's all I'm going to do in explaining it. If you want to know more, you YouTube it. Eva Andrus does well to keep possession of the ball. Works it up to Lucy Sundahl, who took a heavy touch. Shelby gets it. Does well to pass it up into the 18. Is that Olivia Richardson on the end of it? The defender does well to come back. It looks like she took a shot / cross and it just goes wide. Maddie Jarvis was there, but it's just a little bit outside of her reach. So it's another goal kick for Winslow. Here we go on the defensive half of St. John's. Winslow does well. Is that number 4? Aaliyah Nichols. Or number 8. I think that was Cambria Larson at the end of it playing forward. Lucy Sundahl tracks back. Does well to play the way she's facing. Pass into the middle of the Cambria. Larson sends it into the 18. Looks like a little bit of a miscommunication from Evan and Sib. But regardless, no harm, no foul there. Shelby works it up the left sideline. A little heavy pass to Morgan, but still it gets to Lucy Sundahl. Cuts it back. Sends it right to Caitlin Hilton. Beautiful pass. Good touch. Get a shot off. That sense of urgency just seemed to not be there to get a shot on goal. So it goes out. The defenders send it out for a throw-in. And it looks like we have Avery Lee, freshman Avery Lee, warming up as a goalkeeper. Looks like they're going to probably pull Havana probably at halftime. Let's see if Havana gets a little bit of field time. I know goalie keepers love that. I played goalkeeper growing up and throughout high school, and that's like the keeper's dream. You just want to just get on the field for a little bit. Looks like they work the ball up the sideline. Well done to get the ball. Good cross. Well done to Caitlin Hilton. Beautiful cross, working the ball down the sideline to the end line across. and it's a goal. It's 7-0 goal scored by Caitlin Hinton in the 3rd minute. I guess it should really be the opposite, but it's 3 minutes left, and 7-0. So we'll be very curious to see what the coaching staff for St. John's decides to do. Start the second half. They're going to pull a lot of their JV players and put them in. It's a pass. Looks like that's, Ivy Winters and Olivia Richardson's look so familiar to me, or so similar to me. They do well. I think that's Ivy and Lucy do pretty well to move the ball back and forth. A few give and goes, but they do lose it. Morgan does well to get a decent shot on, but it's just off frame. Today does kick off St. John's homecoming week with this unique. Lucy Sundall's. It was a goal kick deflected right back into the 18. Lucy gets onto the end of it, but just doesn't hit it very well. Had really a free shot on goal. So today, this double header does kick off the homecoming week for St. John's. And immediately following the boys' game, I think the game starts at 7:30 is the Powder Puff game. But right now we got 2 soccer games happening. We're in the last minute of the first half for St. John's. Girls, I don't know what that call was. Called a foul on Lucy Sundall, but I didn't think she played on the ground. But regardless, it's a free kick for Winslow, who sends it up and just really goes to the defense. Siv does well to control that ball. Look for a pass to Caitlin Nielsen, who sends it back into Ava Andrus. Works the ball. She has plenty of space in front of her. And there it is. The ref called first half. So there it is. The first half of play is complete. 7-0 for your Lady Redskins. So we'll take a 10-minute break and be right back for the second half. There we go. Oh yeah, I can hear myself. About ready to kick off the second half. We're good. Awesome. Here we go. We're gonna try a little something on the scoreboard. We're gonna see if we can get time displayed here. So it's 7-0 for St. John's, and like we were saying earlier, there is a mercy rule. So if St. John's does get one more goal and can hold Winslow scoreless, the game will be called at the 60th minute. And it does look like St. John's made a lot of subs. Most of their starting lineup is on the bench. And like we said, Avery Lee did warm up, and she's in goal now, freshman. Winslow does well. That was a good throw from the Winslow player. These younger girls I don't know as well. And I can't see the numbers very good. But it looks like Winslow does. Oh, I thought they earned a corner kick, but it is a goal kick for St. John's. So it's the first time that Winslow was able to get down past the defense all the way to the end line. Here he sends it over to Brinkley. Wilhelm, who sends it into the middle, but it comes right back on top of the 18 for Winslow. Bella Nelson, who is now playing center back. And Avery Lee does come out to get the ball. Runs on the other side of the 18-yard box, the penalty box, and does send it. Looks like it takes a deflection all the way past midfield to Allie Platt. Who does well is that? Oh, Brindley Roethlisberger does well to work the ball up. Brinkley sends the ball up to Harmony. It bounces back. Rachel Smith, who's playing midfield now, looked to take a one-touch shot. Connected decently, but it was blocked by a defender. It's on the right side for Brindley Roethlisberger. Does well to keep fighting for that ball. You know what's hard? I just realized I can't see the numbers very well because most of these girls just have a ponytail and their numbers are blocked. Really does well to send it inside the 18 to Allie Platt. Looks like it's still in bounds. Oh, skips across the 18. Anastasia Salazar takes a shot, but it's wide. Goal kick for who takes a shot well outside the 18 and scores. So it is 8-0 now. Kickoff by Winslow. Bounces around a little bit. Tatum Henling does well to. She has some wheels on her. Gets up all the way to the sideline and call the foul. Let's see what Mr. Chavez, what way he's going to signal it. Is he calling it a foul on St. John? He does call a foul on Winslow. Captain Cambria Larson works it up to the corner. Winslow does lose the ball. Oh, they regain it back. Brinkley does well to defend and kick it out for a Winslow throw-in. Bella Nelson sends it back for another Winslow throw-in. And starting goalkeeper Ivana Richardson is set to sub in. Let's see if she can get a goal before. We've got about 14 minutes left before it's mercy ruled, unless Winslow can score. Harmony does well to receive the ball, pass it up to Brindley. Nice cut. Brindley back into the middle to Harmony, who sends it to Olivia, who does well to receive it. Nice touch to Allie Platt, who works into 18. Shot right to the keeper. It always seems like the keeper has a magnet. Half the shots always go to the keeper. I don't know what it is. Keeper sends it out, bounces around a little bit, past Rachel Smith. Brinkley does well to get to the end of that. Winslow gets it to the center circle. So one thing that when I started coaching here, the first season I coached, there was a handful. Most of our games, 0 fouls were called. And if you notice with some of these girls are quite aggressive. Now soccer is a contact sport, right? It's a little different. It's football, but not American football. It's not that type of contact, but it is a contact sport. And you notice, I've noticed over the years, sometimes these girls are more aggressive than some of the boys. So we'll, after this game, once we get the stream up for the boys, you can be the judge for yourself. St. John's work up. Allie Platt sends it across the 18 right to, I think that's Olivia Richardson on top of the 18. Takes a few touches. Oh, they try to work around, but they lose the ball. And it looks like they're going to gain it right back. Allie Platt comes back to receive the ball, sends it on top of 18. Harmony turns, passes it to Olivia. Decent give and go. It just wasn't quite there. And Winslow sends it out for a St. John's throw-in. St. John's throwing deep in their attacking third. Looks like Brinkley Wilhelm will get to the end of that. And Ivana Richardson does sub in for her sister, Olivia. So let's see what Ivana can do. Get a little field time for her. Brinkley sends it in to the 18. Brindley gets to the end of that. Bounces it around, and it goes to the keeper. Keeper sends it down the field a bit. Brindley does real well to get back and get goal side. Sends it over Bella Nelson. And it looks like Sage Platt is back there on defense as well. Does well for Bella to recover and clear the ball. Rachel Smith does. Oh, looks like it's going to be a handball on Winslow. Rachel does well to try to send it up to the sideline, and Winslow just got their hand up. Probably maybe trying to protect their face a little bit, but looks like the hand was a little bit too high for the ref. Ivana looks to take a shot, gets too much under the ball, and it goes up a little too high, chips it, and it's off frame. So it's a goal kick for Winslow. (8-0) in the 31st minute left in this half. Assuming that there is going to be a mercy roll, unless Winslow can score, or if St. John scores another, and it gives them that little buffer. Ivana receives the ball. Oh, takes a touch, but just couldn't get that pass off. Bella Nelson does well to turn the ball, get it up to Brindley Nelson, or Brindley Roethlisberger. Well done, Bella. Brindley does well to slow the play down a bit. Plays it back to Evan, who chips it up and over. And Brindley is hustling to get to that. Looks like it's not out of bounds quite yet. And it's kicked out by Winslow for a St. John's throw-in. And it looks like we got 5 girls set to sub in. Looks like it's Let's see if I can get all these girls' names read. Indy Brown, Jessie Clarkson. Looks like the Haley and Sadie Nielsen, the twins. And also Leela Cameron. Hopefully they can get in soon so they can play at least the last 10 minutes of this game. Get some touches on the ball. Winslow does well to get up the sideline. I think that's Cambria Larson again who moves pretty quick. Gets up to that ball. But it does come back for St. John's into the middle. Ivana Richardson receives that ball well on her back foot. Gets around one player. The dribbling. She has a lot of space in front of her. Takes that shot, but right into the defender. Sarah Wall gets the ball, tries to send it up to Allie Platt. And Sarah does well to step back in front of that ball. Sent through. Ooh, it looked like a handball right outside the 18, but the ref lets the play continue. St. John is doing well to get the ball to the end line, but just loses it. Who then does clear it down the field. Brinkley does very well to track back to put pressure. And Bella Nelson very well. Well done, girls, on defensively. Works that ball. Hits a little bit too much. On that, and it goes straight to the keeper. Brinkley, well done, Brinkley, to go through that ball right between two defenders. And these substitutes are still waiting, almost there for 2 minutes. Bounces through the alley, gets to, oh. That defender did pretty well to shield the ball. If it was a closer game, if I was the ref, I might have called that obstruction. So one thing to keep in mind, those that maybe aren't as familiar with soccer, is the term shielding. So in basketball, you can screen someone. So you can't screen in soccer, but if you're within playing distance of the ball, so if you either have the ball or if it's within playing distance, and that's a little subjective to the ref, you can shield the ball. And so that's what the defender did there. Did well to kind of stay between. There we go. Winslow gets down to the right sideline, all the way to the end line. Oh, and just couldn't really cross it. She did well to work the ball down, but it's a St. John's goal kick, which gives St. John's the opportunity to make this sub. 5 of those girls looks like will probably go in, and I assume will stay in for the rest of this game with just a little over 7 minutes. Obviously with a new program, Winslow, they don't have a JV program, and so St. John's with 31 girls, they're also getting a lot of their JV players in just to get some touches on the ball. I think that's Jessie Clarkson who went in for Sarah Wall and right back. Vanna Richardson's playing aggressively in the middle. She gets past one player, sends the ball down, does pretty well. Is that Allie Platt working down? And still looks like it just went out of bounds. She was close for a St. John or a Winslow goal kick. Sends it right back. Rachel Smith, it comes right to her. She just takes a one-touch shot, goes straight to the keeper, and it looks like she two-hand punches it right back, and then Ivana tries to take a shot outside, right on top of the 18, and it goes out of bounds for a goal kick. So it's another goal kick for Winslow. Here we go. We got about 6 minutes left before... Oh, it looks like it goes straight to Allie Platt. Let's see here. Indy Brown gets on the end of it. Takes a shot. Oh, and just wide again. Another goal kick. Looks like Sarah Wall and Brindley Roethlisberger are going to go back in. Looks like Sarah's going to play in the middle. Substitute out for Rachel Smith. And Brindley is going in on top. On top for Allie Platt. So here we go for another goal kick for Winslow. Go straight to Sarah Wall. takes a touch. It bounces, a little heavy touch. Sends it through. Looks like to the goalkeeper, comes out and does pick it up. Jesse Clarkson gets on the end of it, sends it up. No one there. Sage Platt does well and sends it right back up. And Jesse steps in front of it, gets to Sarah, works it good. Well done, Sarah, to try to get down to the sideline. Let's see if they can control it and get a few passes. Work the ball around a little bit in the last 4.5 minutes. Throw in for Winslow. Sage sends it back. I think that's Haley or Sadie. So that Cambria Larson gets it on the left sideline. Oh, they get it into the 18, but St. John's defense does well to send it back out for another Winslow throw-in. Winslow still has somewhat possession. They're fighting for it. Get on top of the 18, takes a hit. Not bad, but it is off frame for a St. John's throw-in, or a St. John's goal kick. Winslow, at least they got a shot on goal. Avery there, not a strong hit, but Avery Lee does well to at least be there. Looks like Avery and Evan are going to share the shutout as goalkeepers. Not to fail to recognize all the defenders as well. Indy Brown does well to continue to fight for the ball to push it up the sideline. Let's see if she can get a pass. Oh, she lost the ball. Looks like they sent it up to their forwards. Looks like Haley Nelson does well defensively to get in front of that ball. Looks like Brindley does earn a free kick. Evanna gets on the end of it. She's going to go for it. Nope. Just again got too much under it, and it just slowly rolls out for a goal kick. So we got about 2 minutes left until the ref should call it for a mercy roll. It's a goal kick for Winslow. Right outside the 18. Goes to Indy, who, let's see if she can get it up to Evanna. I'm sure they would love for Evanna to score. Pass it back to Jesse Clarkson, who loses it, and Sage Platt does well to send it up right to Brindley, who takes a touch. It's off. It's like Sadie Nelson does well to pass it into Sarah Wall, who maybe was looking for a pass but was just off. Oh, well done. Is that Anastasia? Is that her name? I hope so. I hope I'm getting these girls' names right. Good job to Haley, to Sadie, into the middle to Sarah, who passes it to Indy. Does well to turn it. Come on, get inside the 18, Indy. There you go, Indy. Keep working it. Does good job, Indy. All right, so she earns a throw-in. Looks like we're gonna have 2 more subs. That Allie Platt and Brinkley. Looks like they're pulling Evanna for Allie Platt. And then Salazar comes out for Brinkley. So Brinkley's going to look like she's going to be playing left wing to finish this game. The last about half a minute left in this game until a mercy rule is called. Sage Platt gets on the end of it. Uh-oh, she lost the ball, but does well to get goal side and does send the ball out for a Winslow throw-in. Let's see what Winslow can do. They might be able to get a goal, and this game will be extended if they can quickly get a goal. Well, they send it in for a St. John's goal kick, and that just might do it. There we go. And that's game. So the Mercy rule again, if a team is up by 8 goals or more, by the 60th minute, then the game is called. And that's what happened here tonight. Even though we had 20 minutes left, the game is called. So there it is, the St. John's Lady Redskins, their final home game of the 2024-25 season is a win against Winslow, 8-0. You got to really commend and congratulate Winslow for the first-year program, doing well. It's going to take a few years until they can get enough players out to hopefully start competing. So congratulations to the St. John's Redskins, and we'll be back in about, let's see, what time is it? In about 20 minutes for the boys. We'll kick off in about 20 minutes or so for the boys. So we'll see you in a little bit.